Go live. Go live with my community. Go live with my community. Go live. I like doing stupid stuff and watching myself after. No, I just like to look a little dumb before I do the research. That way the trolls don't feel so bad. Oh, he's not trying to pass off to be someone else. Hope everyone's well today. This I can say and confirm it's the first day of sun for Quebec, the province of Quebec. For me, anyways, where there's maybe I spoke too fast. There's some clouds now. There weren't any this morning, and I got the sun. The sun is worse than when I said it was at its worst. Attends de voir le soleil à la hausse. Aujourd'hui, je l'ai capté. Aussi pire qu'elle était, plus une gigantesque de taches solaires de plus. Damien, it's an honor to have you here. Thank you very much. Good day to you. How's it going, you guys and gals? Karen 18, thanks to the members. Thanks for everything you guys do every time you come by. My friend Christopher Rollins is in the house. Christopher Rollins usually has the same weather as me. Hopefully today you are having the same weather, which would mean full-on sun and you're probably baking. Or you have, like me, that hot sun where you don't have the heat. I don't know how hot it is, but I'm not feeling any heat. Got even a little sweater on. It's, definitely not summer weather yet. When you look at the 73 degrees in the house, is because it is not yet summer for sure. Sophie Montfort, ben coucou à toi. Je t'aime fort. Merci, Sophie. Suspicious Skies 3045. Thanks for always coming back, you guys. It means a lot. Hauser is here. How's it going, brother? Good evening. I was wondering where you were. Yeah, and always go look in the community, you guys. Please, if ever you want to know what's going on and if there's something abnormal that I'm not here, you're probably going to want to go see it too. And again, I'm sorry. With Jean-Claude, I usually go on after 1 o'clock or around 3 o'clock. Today it was 1 o'clock. It just arrived in my stream time. We had some fun. Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003 channel. I was on Rumble today, actually presented to people on YouTube, people on Rumble. He has a good collective of people following him. Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic talks about a lot of subjects that we enjoy. On Rumble, he talks about a little more subjects in depth, as we were able to do. We talked about 9/11 and a couple of things and child poor and all that. And we brought out some really big secrets, as we're all talking about. And Jean-Claude and I always have a good time. You can check it out in the community. I got the link posted up if you want to go and hear what we were talking about. I presented my research, and it was probably going to be today's video, but I posted it up there with Jean-Claude and not JP. Bruce is getting old, and you guys can take the time to check out his channel. If you're interested, you can subscribe to his channel. Of course, creators need the encouragement if and only if you appreciate the channels. Then Gloria's here in the West Highlands. That's what we need to hear. So there's maybe a calm before the storm, because I'm telling you, the sun is extremely bad. I caught it this morning. I caught it with my hands. The minute this morning it went up over the horizon, just after the morning rise of the sun. And I'm telling you, it's bad. Maybe I will have caught some things flying by, and of course, not pollen. Be very careful for UFO videos this week. A lot of pollen flying around in Quebec this week. A lot of people are going to be trying to pass off some things for pollen. If you look at the last video, it's true. It was on the member side. Well, the members, if you watch the last sun video, you're going to see a lot of objects going by the sun. A little more than just birds, I think, but I never mentioned anything about it because, again, there's lots of stuff flying around in the sky. You don't have to pretend a bird is something flying out of a sunspot. I get plasma all the time, at least once or twice a year, coming out of the sun, and I'm able to show it. Michael Long. Yes, beautiful weather here in Southwest, the Texas, 81 and hot. How are you guys doing there? Victor Acosta, thank you. Hello, people of Earth. Hey, you guys. Oops, we got some rain in Florida. Too bad. My friend Stephen A. in the house. Thank you, man. There's my other Floridian friend with the 14-inch telescope and the nice camera. Hey, y'all, Rich. Rich W. from Astor, Florida. Here. Hope everyone is doing well today. Space Stuff. Thanks again, Rich, for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. I think a little bit of rain for Florida or parts of Florida today, so be prepared for that. Be prepared for any spontaneous hurricane too, guys, because we still are in the season, right? It's like it's all the way up to August, if I'm not mistaken, with the seasons. Warm and sunny in the United Kingdom. Hi, Bruce, BSA family. Thank you very much, Random Ralph. Nice to have you here. Michael Long, thanks again. Yeah, guys, smash the like button. We are 30 watching in the house. Whoa, that's not enough people. 30 watching. My friend David, lover of the Lord, is in the house. How's it going, my brother? Nice to see you. Carlos Ramo, thanks for coming back. Always the same amazing people. You guys have been here for a while. I appreciate that, you guys. Hi, Bruce Owen, and I always here give a hand. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Well, David, if you were speaking about me, I love it. It's the probably only part of my life where I'm going to be enjoying this. Once I get thin, people will forget about me being fat and not find that I'm handsome anymore. It feels good. I do feel younger, man. I'm telling you. I'm getting younger. I'm still fasting. We're down just the last few pounds in the 240s. We're going down to the 230s. I'm closer to my goal weight than I ever have been. I'm 20 pounds away from weighing 225, and that was supposed to be for the end of July. I'll be there way before the end of the July. By the end of the July, I should be about 205 pounds. That's my new goal weight now. I'll go down 25 more pounds, which means I'll still be 45 pounds away from that weight. How much thinner will I look? I'm 40 pounds away. Probably pretty thin. Yeah, that rain, damn rain, go away. Come again another day for sure. San Antonio, thanks, my friends. 81. Yeah, and blistering dry heat, you guys, eh? 38 watching. Yep, now I see 41. Awesome, you guys. Not very many. Surprising. Right leg, thank you for being here, brother. Hey, man. Masavo Mo Aleao's Crazy Music Space Jam. Please take the time to subscribe and check out my friend Aleaos. On va jaser demain, mon frère. Listen, this is the first time in 7 years I'm going to take like a day or two off for camping, or 3. We'll see. Aleaos takes vacation. We'll be camping. Aleaos and I will be looking at an area where there's some nice skies at night, maybe some UFO activity. Who knows where we will be going? Cheapest thing to do is go camping. I haven't done anything during the years of this research. Haven't even gone to a Christmas party, but that doesn't matter. I love doing what I do, and I don't want to change that either. But at least we'll be able to profit from another evening at a house where we're going to be able to, first of all, have a nice evening. We'll be playing music. We're going to bring our guitars out in the woods and just playing that music as loud as we can to bother everyone. Good times. Hey, what's the good word? The unknown is in the house. Thanks, man, for coming back. Thank you. Geet Smasher. Hoorah. How are you? How is Julie? I hope you guys are well. Really appreciate those of you who hit the like button. Hey, thanks, Riley Egg. Means a lot, man. I mean, you guys, it does. It really does mean a lot. I want to hear it. I want to be looking better. I want to be feeling better, looking healthier, getting a jawline, like normal people. 45 is good. I see 49 now. Yes, bring it on. Bring it on, guys. Eternal Soul. If anyone is new, thank you very much. Hey, Bruce, hope you're well today. I am very well. Thanks for asking, you guys. Just got the sun. I've been making a video for you guys on this side. It's a short video. I'll try to stick some things in because the sun, I don't like showing it. I don't like grabbing a 10-minute video and just showing the sun going by. It's like twice for 10 minutes. I like showing the close-up parts where you can see it very well and whatnot. I have a unique way of showing it. If there's some new community members here from Jean-Claude Beyond Mystics channel for the first time, maybe checking me out on the stream, thank you very much. We had some fun on Jean-Claude's channel. I hope you guys will check out the link in the community and give him some love too, some support. Thank you, brother. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. You guys hit the like button, each and every one of you. I really would appreciate that. So, oops. You'll see many whoops. There'll be whoops many times. Then it'll go back up to 50. Then whoopsie back down to 29 to 39. Rayleigh, I like the encouragement, my friends. Please smash that like button. How are the sunspots looking for this weekend? Not looking good at all. As a matter of fact, last weekend they talked about the sunspots turning towards Earth. It did. And now it's facing Earth, and there's another massive spot. So compared to what I showed you last, add another big ass spot on the sun that is very close to all the gatherings of the other spots. I think I'm predicting that for this weekend will be either a moderate solar flare or a coronal mass ejection. Hopefully not too much of anything big, but we got a couple of weeks ago, we got 3 back-to-back coronal mass ejections and a solar storm. It was pretty bad. Oh, right on. I get it. Thank you, Owen. Thank you very much. What a kind guy. That's awesome. Never mind the fact that he's 10. We'll just know that he knows I look young. He knows I don't look 40. Hi, Owen. Thanks for watching, brother. Why does he call me brother? Well, some people call them brothers when they're friends, and that's what I call my best friend's brother. So, Owen, you're my best buddy, man, now. Bacon fluid. No, not bacon fluid. Jeez, Bruce. Bacon fund. I appreciate that. Keep a couple of bucks for the IR fund, too. Thank you very much, Gate Smasher. I appreciate that, brother. Wow, Eternal Soul. Thank you so much. Thanks for appreciating the content. Honestly, guys, it really does mean a lot, and I need the feedback. I appreciate hearing it. Not a lot of people come back to, well, actually, yes, not true. People that come here come back, but people that haven't seen the channel yet, unfortunately, are hidden somewhere in the world. We're like 8 billion of us. There should be a lot more people here watching than 51, but still greatly appreciated. So the streams went from getting 2,000-3,000 views just a couple of weeks ago to 500 views. You can see the attack. So now this channel, we'll see if I close when I get to 30,000 views a month. We'll see. We'll say that so that the trolls will, maybe have a bit of inspiration. Bruce might be able to leave. I'm staying here even when they sabotage the channel, which they've been doing. Down to 40,000 views. We're going into the 30,000 views a month on this channel. 9,000 views on my French channel. So now my English and French channel that I work 24/7 on, rarely sleep. That's all that I'm getting as views every month. 40,000 views, 50,000 views on the 2 channels. So the views are way too low. So we're going to have to work on that. You guys can't change what you're doing. You can't watch the videos twice. Come on, don't be ridiculous, right? Hit the thumb for Darla Can't Stay Moonman fan. Thank you very much, Robin. I appreciate that, Misfit. Darla must be in the sun today. Hot and sun, but so hazy in the sky, it's not blue. Thanks for confirming that. Here we have the real blue sky, like back in the day when the sun was out and there's absolutely no clouds in the sky. That is the real sky that we got today. And I'm really surprised because the sun really, really is acting up. As a matter of fact, guys, the sun is at its worst. And if I take a quick peek to see, we're predicting some activity. Let's see if it's maybe already active. Maybe in the evening we'll be hearing about something. Yeah. Pretty bad. Looks pretty bad too. No activity yet. Maximum X-ray flux of the past 2 hours is a C 5.6. So what is the X-ray flux? That is the amount of illumination that is coming from the surface of the sun, from the sunspots. So it is active a little bit. We're at C. It's a smaller flare class, and then the flares get bigger as they go up. You got C's, M's, you got X's. The X's are being the largest. So I got a video of the sun today. I'm hoping that it's will have made a good video. Again, thanks for the contributions. Gate Smasher, Eternal Soul, everybody. Thank you so much, you guys. Going through a gout flare up on my ankle lately. Ouch. I could use some good energy. I got plenty of that for you, my friend, from everyone, please, and thank you. Hope you are all having a great day. Eternal Soul, you are in the right place. I love you for asking, and I will be sending energy your way. People can send energy amongst themselves without even knowing them. It's all in the thought process, is from what I believe. Frequency energies are very real. You're going to notice here, Eternal Soul, there's a couple of people, Darla, Evelyn, is a bunch of people, Anika, lots of people have felt the energy in the community because we got a lot of high energetic people here. That's 100% for sure. Wishing you the best. Maybe even my energy could maybe even be enough. Hopefully. Will be so much fun. Make sure you bring a laser pointer to contact aliens too. Well, it just so happens that my alien pointer, my laser pointer, my alien pointer, died. It's like dead now. I can't hardly see the laser. Doesn't even show up in my hand anymore. Too bad. See the triangles inside my hands? I got 2 nice triangles, eh? Yep. So I'm going to need some batteries for my laser. But in the camping, always very careful. Here in Quebec, it is against the law to use lasers. You got to be very careful with the planes. I won't need any lasers. You watch. I'll be getting a lot of activity. Maybe there won't be any activity during camping, but maybe there will be. Patrick, thank you, man. Joey, Miss Numerous, thank you very much for coming back and for being here. Hope you're all doing well. I've been looking forward to the stream. Thank you, and sorry for being late. I was on with John Clope, Beyond Mystic. Is it me, or there's something positive or optimistic going on despite the world drama? Miss Numerous, you must be feeling the exact same thing as me. I believe that the cat's out of the bag and that now they are actually arresting. And this is not just my thought, it's actually happening. The arrests are starting. The Republicans and conservatives and whatnot are finally waking up. It's like they needed slaps in the face as they sat there watching the Congress disassemble itself, the whole entire government and all its branches and fields, defense, medical, military. Horrible what's going on. Law, right? It's a big shit show, but I'm telling you, good things are coming. The leak that just came out that leaked a lot of things that, by the way, they didn't really talk about and that they're keeping from the public. Something going on in Canada, something in the States. There's some good things happening. And I have that heebie-jeebie feeling, at the same time optimistic and at the same time unsure, but it's like an exciting time. I'm actually part of the optimistic club. Forgot to mention that many years ago. I've not a very practicing member. Haven't been in a couple of years. When I started on the handicap buses, the medical buses, I used to go to the Optimist Club. It's a club, and I guess it's like the Lion Club. Pretty much the same, whatnot, to raise money for events, water park things in the parks, to raise money for that. And we'd volunteer at schools to during marathons or races and stuff like that. A lot of people that were there, or some people were really, had a lot of money. Every time I was going, though, I had to, not that I had to, but I was, forking out 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks every time. Started costing a lot. I was poor, right around on my medical bus. But, I much prefer, if I'm going to have money now to send to a park or something, it'll come from me directly to the park and not through clubs like Optimist Clubs. I got nothing to say bad about them. We're in a farm boony town here, and there's lots of people that like giving back to kids. And, I think that was pretty cool. That's why I had joined the Optimist Club at the beginning. But it's a club like any other club. Did a bit of volunteer work to help out. Had a chance to look at the sun earlier this week, and lots of sunspots. Yeah, so the sunspots that you saw, excuse my birds, the sunspots, Rich, my friend, if ever you saw them this week, yeah, now the sun is exactly the same, but the spots are rolling downwards to the center of the sun, and there's that one big extra sunspot on the sun. It's pretty bad. Yeah, that's what happened. Again, Victor Vic. Yeah, boy. Thank you, brother. Nice to see you, man. Love you, bro. Yeah, Robin, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I guess he transferred on to Rumble to talk about something more private. And I guess you guys and gals disappeared. I didn't know that was going to happen. I guess some of you are going to have to sign up, try to get informed about where his Rumble is also. Guinera, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you very much. Thank you. I love you for it. Welcome to the community at the same time. Thanks for taking the time to subscribe. We're trying to build up the subscriber list here. 54 watching. It's not enough. We're not many people watching. There should be more interest to that. And do go check out Jotload's meeting that we had. Talked a whole lot about a base beside Copernicus crater. There's a base, and I show all the lines that are built on the surface and the proof that's there. That's why they're hiding my channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, you'll see that the better the videos are, the less people will be watching them. Are you going to be camping where you might see some UFOs? Are you bringing your scope? No, not the scope, because the scope would be, it's going to take a whole car to bring the scope. It's pretty big. The bugger's pretty big, but I am bringing the infrared. I'm bringing the cameras, the regular cameras. With the infrared, hopefully there will be some UFOs. Like even honestly, with the telescope, very hard to capture UFOs because my telescope, doesn't move as quickly and stuff. It's ginormous and it moves slowly and got But I will be bringing several of my infrared cameras and setting them up on the tripods and looking around, bringing all the charged batteries up. And we don't know where we're going to go. We don't know what we're going to do, but we do. Yes, it'll be an area where it's very dark, no matter where it is that we are going to go. And hopefully in a couple of days, for sure, we're going to see some activity. That's going to be very, very interesting. I assure you. Oh, my neck is killing me. My neck is killing me. Gate Smasher, thanks again, bro. Eternal Soul, thank you guys. Yes, sir. Hey, sending you lots of energy. My friend, our friend Victor hurt himself at work, so he's another one, Eternal Soul, that needs some energy. And again, our friend Eternal Soul needs some healing energy. I know that there's a few limited people here that actually distribute the energy that are probably even concentrating on you right now. No need to be gurus. We don't dress up in white clothing and shave our heads and pretend that we're all that, but we all know that the energy is very real. Energy distribution is damn right. It's real. Kevin Milton, how's it going? Thank you very much for being here. Mon ami, CBK. Bacon fluid. Yeah, I'd still drink it, probably. Most definitely. Are you pushing 50? 50 watching anyways? Are you pushing 50 pounds or 50 years old? No danger, man. I'm 48, I was worried about my age at one point. Then I said, que sera, sera, que sera, sera. Miss Numerous, thank you. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Thanks, you guys. Wow. Appreciate that. Okay, oui, man. Have to heal that up. Faut guérir ça. Ça doit. C'est ça qu'ils disent. Quand c'est pas cassé, c'est pire. Ça fait mal. Quand ça casse, il n'y en a pas de mal. Quand c'est fêlé ou quand le muscle est tordu, then it hurts. Dorina, thank you very much for being here. Thanks for becoming a member, Miss Numerous. Norma C's in the house. Hi. Hey, thanks a lot. I saw part of your Jean-Claude show, by the way. Weight loss becomes you. Thank you, Norma C, so much for the encouragement. I'm working damn hard. I'm telling you to get my big ass smaller than it is. I'm continuing the fasting. So, for those curious guys, I eat 4 small pieces of meat or eggs instead. 2 hard-boiled eggs. I can go to 3 if I live it up. Once after a whole week or 8 days, I will sit down and I will eat that. And the whole rest of the time is just water. I can continue doing my exercises at the same time. I don't have any, pain in my stomach at all. The only thing that makes me want to eat pizza and poutines is when I think of it, quite honestly. My body's not craving it. It's the mind. It's like your mind's like, well, I'm sure you'd like to have some, potatoes, or you'd have that. And I quit cold turkey, guys. It's like quitting heroin, I'm pretty sure. Fasting and quitting everything that's good, literally everything that's good. Eating only food from an animal, the beef or, pork, or whatever it is, as long as it's from an animal, egg, no carbohydrates whatsoever, only protein. I'm doing really, really good. The weight loss is very fast. Hey guys, I'm rolling up into the 230s. I started this at 297 on April 12th. April 12th, 297 pounds, and I'm down at 243. Incredible. And, it's going to continue. I have to continue. Thanks for the encouragement. Sugar Bee. How's it going, Sugar Bee? Watching YouTube stream earlier and Rumble too. Great fun. Thanks. I'm happy that you were able to get to both of them. And so sorry for those of you that I disappeared and then you weren't able to head over to Rumble. I guess on Rumble, he talks about a bit more things. We're talking about 9/11, some child porn, stuff like that. Not that we're talking about that subject, but about something that's happened very recently, that's come up, has surfaced, leaked out about the Pentagon, the FBI and CIA, about those 3-letter associations that are doing things that, they're getting caught. They're definitely getting caught. T'as un problème pour la guitare, bro? He has a problem buying his guitar. He's getting a guitar. Comment ça, man? Chris Hood. Man, I appreciate that. Thank you very much from the heart. Think of it. It means so much, those of you that appreciate the research. The research should be all over, the researchers' channels, and people should be really saying we're close to the truth. There's really something up on the moon, but there's a lot of jealousy on YouTube, YouTube and the real world. Sometimes it's 2 different worlds. Damn right, Michael. I hear you, man. I hear you, brother, on it. I agree with you, man. 100%. I am Kai's here. How's it going, brother? I hope you're okay, man. Sending some energy your way, brother. Un acheteur particulier avant 21 seulement dans le monde. Why? He's buying a hell of a beautiful guitar. Victor wants to buy the guitar. On va faire des tunes, man. Moi, t'es partagé tes tunes, brother. I would say yes, my friend. That's why it's been particularly warm in your area. It's also why in South America, the temperatures went up to, with the humidex, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. That's far over the temperature that can kill any human being, not only elderly people. There's something very dangerous about that weather, that's for sure. Got volcanoes popping all over the place, 100% sure. Yep, prayers do work, my friend. Prayers, absolutely. Might even work better. Yeah, I am Kai. The volcanoes are absolutely popping out all over the place. We got, Japan, China. We got have Yellowstone that is supposed to be closing very soon because the activity and the accumulation of the lava apparently is sufficient. So we'll be hearing about that. We're starting to hear about that. Hi, Jen. Thanks so much for being here. Oh, it died. That's like the channel. 51 watching. Yeah. James Webb Telescope, they're talking about a whole lot of things about them having found exoplanets, having discovered the furthest galaxies. They got hit by a couple of meteoroids too, a couple of months back. And James Webb is now experimenting on, filming black holes. They've encountered, here's the newest news in. Have you guys heard that the Pinwheel Galaxy, they witnessed a supernova explosion? Now, this supernova explosion is pretty unique because it's close to us as compared to the over 20,000 supernovas that astronomers just in the couple of years have witnessed. There's lots of supernovas that people witness. Hard to believe, maybe, whether it be true or not, but apparently they're able to witness all of that. But again, there could be some new stuff. What I was looking at this morning. Let me just take a quick look here. No sugar cough drop. Don't really like taking those though. When I say fasting, I mean fasting. I don't like any sugar or anything. I think it's on this one here. Take a look. So the new supernova, it was the brightest in years. It could help astronomers forecast future star explosions. Astronomers spot over 20,000. I was right, over 20,000 supernovas. Every year, but this one stands out. But aside from that, what did I see with James Webb? They're doing. So I take a cough drop and it makes me cough. Okay. That is funny. There we go. I'm going to say, there we go. They have a lot of pictures, of course, that they're talking about. I'm not too impressed with the pictures, but James Webb Telescope discovered gargantuan geysers on Saturn's moon, blasting water hundreds of miles into space. This is 3 days ago. It was published. This is very recent. The James Webb Space Telescope caught Saturn's icy moon, Enceladus, spraying a huge plume thousands of miles up into the air of watery vapor far into space, and that plume may contain chemical ingredients for life. Scientists caught Saturn's icy moon Enceladus spraying a huge plume of watery vapor far into space. Scientists, detailed the eruption glimpsed by the James Webb Space Telescope a couple days ago. Actually, not true. This was in November 2022. Imagine they saw this a year ago at a conference at the Space Telescope Science Institute in Baltimore on May 17th this year. Its immense Sarah Faggy, a planetary astronomer at NASA's no comment, Goddard Space Flight Center, said at the conference, according to Nature.com, according to Faggy, a full research paper on the massive plume is pending. This isn't the first time scientists have seen Enceladus spout water. But that's unfair because they confirmed to you the same idiots that told us that there's no water out there in space that they hadn't seen any yet. And I'm only backing up a few years with this there. The new telescope's wider perspective and higher sensitivity showed that the jets of vapor shoot much farther into space than previously realized. Many times deeper, in fact, than the width of Enceladus itself. Enceladus has a diameter of 313 miles or 504 kilometers. Scientists first learned that Enceladus watery blasts came in 2005. It's too bad they weren't talking about all that back then, right? By 2016, I was passing off for a fool by saying that I could see plumes of water vapor over the moon, including clouds. Yeah, I talked a little shot. Didn't do enough talking with JC. Analysis revealed that the jets contained, oh, I love it, methane, that's one, carbon dioxide, yeah, and ammonia. Well, look at that. Those are organic materials containing the chemical blocks that are exactly for developing life. It's even possible that some of these gases were produced by life itself, burping out methane deep beneath the surface of Enceladus. An international team of researchers posited in research published last year in the Planetary Science Journal. Water is another piece of evidence in the case for possible life on Enceladus. Enceladus, which is one of Saturn's moons, is totally encrusted in a thick layer of water ice. Well, look at that. But measurements of the moon's rotation suggest that a vast ocean is hidden beneath the frozen crust. Scientists think the spurts of water sensed by James Webb Telescope and Cassini probe come from hydrothermal vents in the ocean floor, a hypothesis supported by the presence of silica, a common ingredient in planetary crusts, in the vapor plumes. NASA scientists are discussing future return missions to seek out signs of life on Enceladus. So that remains really interesting that they're looking for life. We're all connected in the world. Meditation has helped so much with my mental health, but my body needs help. Haha, yeah, I hear you, my friend. Thanks, Bruce. My pleasure. You will feel that energy. Yann Luca, merci pour l'énergie, mon frère. Salut à toute l'équipe. Un gros merci, Yann Luca, à toi d'être ici. Salut, merci. Right. Hey, Stephen A., thanks for coming by while you're at work. I appreciate that. Robert Brandt in the house. There's 60 watching now. Just saying, have a good day. First comment ever, but I'm here most days. Robert Brandt, that means a lot. I really appreciate that. Sorry for the late replies. Yeah, I am Kai. You're right. You're right on the money with what you're watching on your end, with what I'm watching on my end. I think I got an email from you. I didn't reply. I haven't seen it yet. I will be checking that out. Yeah. The public now is starting to be told the story of what the FBI did to Kennedy. It started a couple months ago, but now it's really coming out. And what the FBI at 9/11 and what happened, it's coming out. People are not reacting online. You see almost nobody, as you can see, Kai and everyone else that knows about this already, notice that nobody's talking about it. Not even videos are being produced on YouTube about what's going on. There's this hush hush over the crowd, the hush before the storm, possibly. Did NASA ever come out with the UFO news? You know, that is an incredible question. And I'll tell you what. Andy P., thanks, man, for being here. Yeah, you make my day. Best regards from Love Nija. Love, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Andy P, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So they came out to the public admitting that there's a problem with UFOs. But what came out in different sections. So you have Luis Elizondo with real leaked NASA videos of what looks like either military drones or something alien, a triangular ship seen in the sky that was seen with the infrared camera, not going to hide that they said that it was triangular only because of that camera that was showing defects. They were asked right there on trial, like during the hearing, did you do other tests with other cameras to see if the same shape or form would show up? They said yes, and they apparently proved it and put that off as Navy drones. Don't forget, it's not for nothing that they show certain things. It's to they're doing it deliberately to either do something against China or Russia or not. They mentioned that UFOs are unknown, that they don't know where they're from. They're not ruling out aliens because they still haven't. They that it's not an adversarial country like China or Russia that's ahead in their strategy and of UFOs, of UFO technology, of anti gravity, um, you know, craft and all that. It's There's always been a competition between China, Russia, and the States. Now you have other countries that are going to be going to space. People from India, people from from all the countries. Every country is going to be joining in this new space race. Andy P, again, thank you very much for being here. But Riley, in reality, NASA never came out and confirmed that UFOs are alien or human. They talk lots of times about it being possible to be either one. They don't recognize what the technology is on some of the UFO case files. And don't forget, just last year, there's like some 160 or 150 case files that were labeled as being in data unexplained, because that's, an easy way out for them. They can just, well, that's unexplainable. It happened only once too. So when something happens once, all those UFO case files, and I know this for a fact, I did the research, they wind up based on the Pentagon and the Unidentified Aerial Task Force, they wind up as data. And that data is seen by, higher up people with, higher ranks and whatnot that we don't know about for sure. Most likely. We need total disclosure. Humans of this planet are ready. Those in charge, get off your rear and just do it. You said it, Michael Long. I hear you, brother. Awesome for being positive too at the same time. We do need disclosure of this planet, and those in charge need to get off their rear. Exactly. But Michael, we're seeing some things, and listen, of all people, even you must have heard this a long time and many a times, where things come out, but they stop them from coming out. We got deadly volcanoes erupting. Sorry. That's another scary thing about the races. I was talking with Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic today about the races, about the beings, okay? And some beings are either here. What are they doing? Are they experimenting on humans? Are we trading some for protection of power? Are there different beings that come here? Are some of those beings that we interact with here in a war themselves? We can't help but bring in the war story. That's how it is here on life. All the races that have been here have been fighting for hundreds of thousands of years, or however long we've been here, right? They've been fighting, we've been fighting, we've been fighting. Chevalier de Colomb. Yep, there's another one. Un autre, on a bien nos grands-parents qui sont dans le Chevalier de Colomb. On devrait s'en faire un pour nous autres aujourd'hui. Yep, the Chevalier de Colon. It's another, like the Lions Club, like the Optimistic Club, Optimist Club. Ou Club Optimiste. C'est ça qu'ils font. Hein? Se rassembler ensemble, prendre une petite frite. The Unknown Hale, wondering if anybody has sold anything on eBay before. If I can get some guidance, if possible, when you're available. Thanks for asking, The Unknown. No experience in that, but honestly, I was looking into that myself the other day. There's always like, I have maybe 10, 15 things that I'd be very curious of, buying and posting. I think it's pretty simple. Like, once you're connected through your name and a Gmail and maybe a card online, whether it be through PayPal, I imagine if it's like on Patreon, all I had to do the first thing was open a PayPal to have the money transferred, or whatever means you want to do, to be able to transfer it over to the bank. I don't give out my PayPal because Canadians are not allowed raising money for donations. I never have. I'm proud of having not done it. I have one fundraiser. People can contribute here, but that's how it is. If somebody knows more about it, you can leave The Unknown a message and meet up in the comment section of this video and chat it up right there, you guys. You're more than welcome. That's right, man. Maybe a bigger story for us. Maybe there's something bigger that we're supposed to do. Something's coming. Wow. I love that. And I heard also very recently, a couple of days ago, some more children that were found. Thank God. God bless the person that caused that to happen. Imagine how good that person feels. It's crazy, Riley. I'll tell you what, guys. You know how many kids are missing from immigrants? How many missing children that came over the border? If I tell you 80,000, 85,000, what do you think of that? How do you lose 85,000 children? That's how. Yep. Miss Numerous, thank you so much again for being a member. Space Stuff Rich says, Bruce, I just got a 127 millimeter 5-inch triplet April reflector so I can travel. That's awesome. It's hard to move those big 14 inches. Yeah, I mean, and I wouldn't, like, don't forget, we got you got the same one as me, if not, or Mead, or not, or no Celestron. But if you do, those two locks on it, it locks the mirrors. We can travel around with it, but yeah, I wouldn't travel very far with it, unless it's like in a park somewhere or whatnot. But Elias, yeah, it could be very cool, very, very cool. That way we can film each other rolling down rolling down the hill. One thing I promise you is, no matter where we go, Elias, I promise you we're going to have fun, man. Worst comes to worst case scenario, we find no camping. We need a big parking lot where we can sit for 3 days. Hey, The Unknown. Right on. It's the first time that I started thinking of my age, brother. When I hit 47, 48, I started thinking more like, hey, shit, we're like considered, I guess, 2 years away from our youth life ending. I guess, I don't know if you're like me. I said to myself, when I hit 50, my younger years will be over. And then I'll just start to be a really young elderly person starting off at 50, which is not old at all, man. Absolutely, Stephen A. I catch a lot of cool stuff flying by the sun, 100%, like I maybe did even in the last video. Shining Star, that's a very good one. You're absolutely right about that. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, man, this is really scary. You know what? Listen, it's scary because in a way, it's like Earth is being liberated of the chains and the ball and chains that we all had, even though we have big areas to live, and we're going through our cities. We're still locked in, right? We're still registered, Now it's getting worse with the CBDC and the digital currency and all that. Not necessarily something that would be very good. So look up the subject of history, resets and orphan trains. Yeah. Very touchy situation. Aye. Thank you so much, Anika. I love you. Thank you. How kind. Eternal Soul is turning 38 Sunday. My body feels more like 60, unfortunately. That will change. I promise you that will change. We'll help you change it. Same response as you. As for me, I felt, yeah, really did. Yes, we are. I'm Kai. Absolutely right. We're still at the what if. There's still a way things can turn. They can turn better, and they are, and they can turn worse. I think you, like me, I think we're both surprised at that part, how they're lingering at the part where that water. You know how you keep putting a water with a water dropper in a glass. If you look carefully, a little science project, you'll notice the water starts getting higher than the glass itself, and it's still not tipping over. Still not tipping over. Then at one point, it tips over. Well, that's where it is right now. The water's higher than the glass itself, and it's just about to go over the edge. And when it goes over the edge, it's going to drop out a lot. I'm hoping a lot's going to be dropped out, and I hope it's going to be on a good side. Yeah, pal English, you don't pal French. No, I'm good at Fringlish too. Been there, done that. Good is winning. Keep up the good work and spreading it around. Keep it up, guys, for sure, because we are winning. I'll be 61 next month. I was told by a person I look 48 years old. That's what you want to hear. I have my neighbor that told me, guess my age, and she guesses 57. I feel like saying no, bitch. I didn't, but I felt like it. And now I'm losing the weight, and I told her that I was fasting. I said I went 8 days without eating and stuff like that, and she's like, okay. She goes, as long as you're not losing too much weight. 44 pounds in a month, that's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight. But you're still fat. Good is winning at any costs. Absolutely. Thank you, Stephen A. Get a little bit more of that. That's some more coffee, but it's cold. Not bad. Thanks a lot, my friends. Je te understand vraiment. Why? You too, you speak English. Yeah, top of the mountain, man. There's some camping areas at the house that have mountains, but me, it's I don't want us to especially you two and everything. I don't want us to have to go very far, but I'm open for anywhere. In reality, I know of some campings, but I'm not even I haven't camped enough to even know. But I'm telling you, one year we have to go to Bruce's Peninsula. I want you to look that up at a house. Bruce's Peninsula. La péninsule de Bruce, and not la péninsule Bruce. La péninsule de Bruce. Good thing I was in French there. Yeah, Bruce's Peninsula. They have a lot of conservation. We have all these bird sanctuaries. There of a whole different lot of birds, mountains and regions from cliffs and everything that you see there. The water is blue, like down in the Caribbean. It's just absolutely amazing. White sand, incredible. Bruce's Peninsula, the place where you can go and camp. Don't know how far it is. It must be that far. It's just Ontario right here, not very far away. It's in the town of Bruce, actually. You know that I'd have too much fun going to the town of Bruce. Don't start getting songs in my head again, you guys. Right on, man. Last video. Hey, thank you very much, Stephen Avery. Appreciating the last video, brother. Thanks a lot, man. I invested in a steamer, eating a lot of veggies. Yes, a veggie steamed, trying to eat healthier. Really shows, it really does show, Sugar Bee. And the worst of it is those little things that we were cooking with, like the oils that we were taking, the seed oils and all that. I'm just learning about all this now myself. In my spices, I look at my spices, they say seed oil. I'm like, so big deal. What's seed oil? No, it's a killer. It's cancerous. Oh, I didn't know, And you look at the ingredients when they tell you some of the ingredients, and it's never very, very good. I'm not, the only spices I use now is I use oregano and parsley, and I use Himalayan salt and white pepper. I don't use anything else. Is Julie Stats here? How's she doing? I didn't see her yet. I'm so sorry. Going to start your fasting. I'm going to start your fasting plan to help heal my body. I'm telling you, my friend, I swear to you, excited about it. I did a couple 24-hour fasts, and I'll start doing 48 soon and work my way up. Yeah, and like I said, in your 48 hours of fasting, you're going to lose weight. When you get on the balance, if it's a digital balance, I'm telling you, even if you lose a pound or two, that stupid digital balance is going to make you wait another day or two before you see it. But you may have lost it. So when you get up the next day and it says you gained a pound, you didn't. If you're fasting, you can't gain. So if you go 3 days fasting, you can't lose anything less than 3 pounds. And there's not 3 pounds of water weight in that. At the beginning, yes, there's a lot of water weight. But the water weight that you're going to lose, if you don't have any carbohydrates, you won't regain it. So after fasting, I remember turning around and I had 2 handfuls of almonds. It's carbohydrates. So I regained a couple of pounds, 3 pounds. So instead of doing that, compensate with hard-boiled eggs. That's all me, man. That's all I'm eating. But now here's the thing. After your 48 hours, sit down and eat all the meat you want. Eat meat, only meat, and you're going to lose the weight. And I promise you it's going to work. I started April 12th, man. I'm down from 297. I've never lost this much weight. My wrists and hands and wrists and everything's getting small now as compared to what I was. So, and if you need the encouragement while doing it, come back after you do the 48 hours. 48 hours, you can do it, but that's the day, obviously, I think for everyone where we get the, you sort of feel sick. That's that sick feeling are the toxins in your body, and it's your body eating the fat off you. So fasting, you're going to consume yourself. I'm ecstatic about it. I'm excited about it. My brother, Jason John Swartz, was saying it just the other day. He says, it's funny how, like him, he got inspired, started a channel talking about fasting. I'm inspired. I would have done the same thing. We get inspired when we see things work, and I've heard my brother for years make videos about keto and fasting. I wasn't interested in it. He knows it. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to sit down and watch fasting videos if I'm not interested in it. But if you're curious, you should go. So Eternal Soul, you don't have to subscribe, but if you're interested in this channel, in my featured channels, Jason John Swartz, I learned on my own about the fasting, but that's why I did it wrong back in the past. And Jason's guiding me to the proper terms for everything, to know what happens. Like, what is water weight? What do they mean water weight? Why am I going to regain? And then at one point you'll get into the twist where you're going to say, to fast the third day, you might not be able to fast 3 days in a row. It doesn't matter. After your 48 hours of fasting, have yourself an egg or 2 eggs, hard-boiled eggs, or cooked in scrambled butter, whatever, yolks and all. And then, after you had those eggs, you're going to be able to do an extra 2 days. So you cheat and you keep cheating. Instead of going to have a meal, you just have 1 egg or 2, and you'll see your body's like, oh, thank you. And you keep going. Me, so far, Eternal Soul, it's the mental. It's the mental part that says cheeses, poutines, ice cream, and all that. My stomach's not like hungry for the food. Then you go into the third day. If you get headaches and brain fog, don't worry about it, but don't faint. Like, be careful, stay hydrated. That's the ideal. Don't drink too much water. And these are things that I had the problems with because nobody was telling me anything about that. You have to look up that information. But Jason experienced it. Water, keep hydrated. One person here, I don't know if it was William or Andrew, 2 liters of water. That makes sense. It's about 500 bottles of water, 500 milliliter bottles of water, 4 of them. I have 2 now in a day with a coffee, which no more coffee. I'm almost off the coffee, guys. I'm drinking green tea from Japan, the real stuff. So it must be the end of the world. I always said when it's the end, when Bruce eats healthy, it's because the end of the world is near. Julie Stats, thank you very much for that generous contribution and all the contributions in every way that you do so. I love you for it, sister. Thank you very much, Julie. But we can do it. Yes, we can. We always can. Yeah, for those that don't know my alien Kazoo, that is Kazoo the alien. The pantless alien. His nickname is Kazoo, but his real name is Dean. I named him after one of my bald trolls. And it's funny because Dean's is actually his real name. And this guy, Dean, came and exposed what my real name was. He said, and it's Bruce Warts, right? Tried to expose my address and a whole bunch of things. Then I turned around and I didn't email him. I just wrote in the comment section one day. I made a post and I said, "What's wrong, Dean? You mad?" And then Dean shut his mouth right up, didn't say a bloody word because, of course, his beautiful daughters just graduated from university and he did not want me to, I'm not like that, guys. It's illegal leaking someone's address. It's illegal harassing them in that way. You can, defamation lawsuit. You can get lawsuit right at your door, especially if you're doing it to an American. So, like having a lot of fun with them. So, that's Dean, the bald alien. He's an egghead. 21 exemples d'autres modèles signature John Petrucci. Ouais, ça, c'est une autre affaire. Tu sais, il doit y avoir beaucoup d'imitations. Tu vois, des guitares, c'est pas des vraies guitares, mais il y a bien des manières de le savoir comme il faut. I'm anxious for you to get that guitar, man. Bruce, last night, the Astral War was ended. What was it that I dreamt of? What was it that I dreamt of? I forgot. The other day, a bird brought me a branch. I looked that up. That was really cool. It was sign of, that you're growing, you're evolving, that you're building your nest. I like expressions like that. I like looking up meanings of certain things that you see online. A lot of little things have energy. I don't know if you guys have little trinkets, I guess they call them, or little things where I got a whole bunch of stuff. Bring around with me. When my dad died, I had his big trophy. It's melted off. The piece of bronze off his pool trophy. My dad was a professional pool player. We got a lot of trinkets. Got my friend I Am Kai sent me some energy. Beautiful arrowhead. Lots of stuff. Christy with the magnet bracelets. I got lots of stuff that gathers energy. And I don't know about you guys. Play around with these things. It's the metals, the rocks. Every time I go outside, like when I'm going to go to camping, I'm going to have a whole bunch of them in my pocket too. I seem to always have a whole bunch of them. Hey, I hear you, Miss Numerous. Well, I'm telling you, I love you guys for supporting the channel the way you guys do. Honestly, you said it, David. It's 420 somewhere. Absolutely. 1,000 €? Hey, 10,000 €. Yeah, not 1,000 euros. My friend Victor is looking at buying an incredible guitar. Yeah, so the big shit hit the fan. I am Kai. Lots of people deceased, I'm sure. They're going to be mopping up the blood. That's what they're doing. They're mopping shit up of what happened. Some people know, some people won't. I'm sure it has a lot to do with the CIA and the FBI because they are really literally dismantling them, what's going on. Do all of you agree with me? Are we going to hide Hunter Biden and what's going on with Biden? Joe Biden? Joe Biden did some very corrupt stuff for the Chinese and he got caught, and that's in the news. And that's what a bit of what I Am Kai is talking about, what's coming out. Lots of little things coming out. I know there's lots more stuff, but that is coming out here, boy. Happy 420. I want my 420 community to come by. Always. Sugar Bee says, I'm almost 60. My body feels old sometimes, but I'm playful and clown around. Yep. So it's all mental. I agree with you on that. Look at the older generation, how they were made to not be, the older generation, sometimes, not everybody, not you, and not everybody. Some elders have a hard time dealing with youth, which is totally understandable. But still, it's the mentality of how we're raised up. And, me, I'm just like you, Sugar Bee. I'm going to be just like you. I'm going to be that 80-year-old that tries to jump the fence and falls over on the other side, maybe breaks an ankle or something like that. I want to remain young because it is mental. It is all in the mental. And you can see how mental I act sometimes during the streams. You can see that I'm trying to stay young too. I don't want to be considered, an old and over the hill person because that's pretty much something that doesn't exist anymore. Old 60, 70 is not old anymore. Neither is 80. And this is real. Like, think of it. How long did people live back in the days? You got, 800 years, 1200 years old. Can only imagine what they're putting in the water. You're saying is a lot more than just the water. Okay, Américain, 14, Victor. Cool off a bit here today. It's been in the 90s with the heat index 112, 117 degrees. That's absolutely psychotic. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Too hot for gators. I hope not. I absolutely hope not. It's just the views that they're able to stop. We're down to going down to 39,000 views for the month now, as compared to the 80,000 just a couple of months ago, compared to the 120,000 a couple of months before that. The French channel, I have the same subscribers since 2020, and I'm pretty much stuck, and they don't want me to move ahead forward. But you guys keep the channel live by coming back. I really appreciate that. Okay, wow. Huh? Yeah, real. He said the guitar that he's looking at, it's got real diamonds and rubies on it as the buttons. So I said that's that was small fire. Hot and humid here. Here we're okay so far. I mean, it's still surprisingly cool. 73 degrees inside. It's like it's sunny outside. And it's not even hot. There's an actual cool breeze coming from that. Did the sun explode yet? I'm sure it's going to explode while we're streaming here, or right after, before the next stream. I bet you the next stream will have another solar storm. Let's see. It was at C5.6. Let's go back and see right now. An hour later, we'll be getting off soon. You guys must be sick of me already. Nope. It's still C. The influx is still there. Wow. Lots of sunspots on that sun, boy. Looks pretty bad. Honestly, looks really, really bad. Excuse me. For those that don't know, I will be also live streaming this evening at 8 o'clock. I looked at the news a little bit before I came on. Was pretty much last minute with JC for the 1 o'clock. Not with him. It wasn't last minute, but it was last minute for me here. Preparing every week, I come on and I backtrack on all the news that's important related to our interests. Satellites, there's lots of Starlink launches. They talk about the, black holes, James Webb Telescope. There's lots of news right now. Basically, and it's what I should have titled. Maybe I'll title that the stream this evening. Is China taking over the moon, or are they going to? They want to have dibs on everything. They are the ones that are going to be making laboratories, by the way. research centers. They want to make the first base. They're going to have to build the first moon launch pad. To do that, they're going to be having to make cement. So say to yourself, for those of you that don't know, all those things are going on. So I am very excited because just a year or two ago, they weren't talking about any of that. Now they're mixing the fibers of the lunar dirt with some type of bonding chemical, right? Duh, cement, to be able to make a launch pad where they're going to land. Now, they're not going to be able to, I don't think they're going to be making everything on the poles or on the dark side. Hopefully, eventually, we're going to have something on Earth side that we're going to be able to see and examine the area. Look, this Atlas crater where they supposedly had landed, but crash landed a rover. But like a lot of you told me, Bruce, maybe those rovers haven't crashed. Maybe they really are roaming around down there. Of course, because they need the funding, so they do have to admit certain things, and then after that, well, they just hide what's up there. It's like it's not that they're telling us lies; it's that they're holding back from telling us any of the truth. Wow. Eternal Soul, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you for your energy on your end. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, I'm the only one that's going to listen to you talk about fasting. I confirm it. It's the most boring subject anybody can talk about, including when I talk about it. But I'm so emotionally overwhelmed and overjoyed of what it's doing to me. Eternal Soul, it healed my sciatic nerve problem. It healed my allergy problem, my swollen face problem. It healed the eczema that I thought I had on my legs all my life. At the bottom of my ankles are drying up. It's healing everything. It's, I'm losing the weight. Um, you know, uh, you got to be sure you're drinking enough so you don't pee dark. Okay. Always be sure you're drinking that water so you're not peeing dark, because when you start fasting, your body's going to go get that pee that you're going to have in the afternoon. You're not going to be peeing. Your whole body's going to grab that water and consume it. You're going to see you're going to have to drink some water to be able to pee and get rid of some fat that way too. Right? Yeah, I hear you. It has. This is Sugar B over 50 pounds, 54 plus pounds. Went from 297 down to 243. I'll be fasting next couple of days. So the next stream next week, when you see me, I'll probably be 236, 237, maybe 235. Who knows? Very close to the goal weight, close to my goal weight. So now, and after that, Eternal Soul, I'm telling you, man, once you hit the first 5 pounds there, you're hooked. The fasting goes down. The fasting, it gets easier. It really does. You know it, though. You said you're going to try the 48 hour. Do a 24, but you know you can do it. So you're doing the 48 right away. Good for you. Maybe if you're even sore during the 48 hour, even better. You're going to consume yourself. And I'm telling you, you're going to notice you're going to have to be drinking water, because you're going to be peeing brown and colors. It was crazy, all the things that happened to my body when I noticed things started changing. Wally's in the house. Thanks. Thank you very much, Wally, for coming back, you guys. I read that Saturn's rings are decreasing in size. Yep. Saturn's rings are decreasing in size. And there's another planet. Actually, it's one of Neptune's moons that has developed a ring around it. Or they probably just didn't see it. If they're talking about the plume of water vapor that's rising up off one of Saturn's moons, it's because now they're able to filter in a way where they can see more around the planet. You know, there's nothing different with what I'm doing and what they're doing, except they're using billions of dollars to do so with like advanced equipment and like a lot of filtering and controls. Same thing. They're just adjusting the exposure of a planet. I heard NASA's professionals and scientists literally talking about that. We're viewing the Terminator lines, that line of darkness, because it shows elevation. I said it in 216, it showed elevation. Scientists don't talk about that. It doesn't mean Bruce found that out. It means Bruce mentioned it when professionals know it and don't talk about that. They don't want to further the facility for you guys, for us, the public, to be able to get easier views of the moon. They don't want that. They do not want that at all. Wonder how many fish got sprayed out. You see, if you, Michael Long, thanks for mentioning that. I don't know if you saw a couple of days ago, did you notice that there, I think it would be a couple of months ago, in Australia, a dead fish that showed up in a part of the ocean or a massive river. I'm talking about 10, 25 years of fishing accumulated in death of fish that were all dead, floating in this, not that big of a river. And it was edge to edge. The whole surface was just the dead fish. We saw the dolphin formations of the groups of dolphins that died also. As a matter of fact, as I'm speaking to you right now, we have some seals here, right? Yeah, that's right in the Montérégie, right off the coast of Montreal. And they're coming down through the St. Lawrence, headed up into Ontario, going through the dams here. We have a whale, white-back whale that died going through the dams. We have a seal, like literally on the side, like, showing up. They're all leaving the salt water and they're coming into the water here. Inevitably, the sun is going to cause, due to the climate changes, natural or not, it's going to cause the insects to migrate in very, very little bit of time, a year or two maximum. US, you guys are going to be infested all the way from up California, down from the deserts into the other, all the way down to Virginia and, North Carolina. You're going to have the scorpions, the snakes, the spiders, and iguanas and whatnot. I know some of you already have certain things there. They're all going to come, look at the iguanas in Florida. Is there anything more beautiful than that? But you saw them freezing in the trees. That's not something you've seen like 20, 30 years in a row. I saw that last year, maybe a couple of years ago, starting, where the iguanas in the morning were in the sun and they literally had to be taken off the sidewalks and put into the grass by the people because they were freezing themselves. The camels buried to their necks up in the snow in the desert. Some of you are like, well, where the hell did you see all this? It's all online. You have to look for it. You guys see that island that broke away, like a piece of island broke away and just started sinking? Anyway, sorry about that. I read that Saturn's rings are decreasing in size, and I got carried away with everything that I'm talking about. But yeah, that's they're decreasing in size. You got the red storm on Jupiter. It's always turning around, like it's 600-700 kilometers an hour, miles an hour, the winds. That one's breaking down 80 square miles less big each year, and eventually it won't exist anymore. They're talking now, the scientists saying that most of the planets and celestial objects have vortexes on the northern poles. I mean, look, the Saturn's rings decreasing and stuff. Look at all the changes that the solar system is undergoing. Maybe the last change that occurred caused Venus to have a fiery surface and rain down sulfuric acid. Maybe the last impact or event that happened that was really a big impact on our solar system could be what caused the rings on Saturn. Lots of rings now on lots of planets are starting to admit it. They're, being more and more apparent with the water. They're finding water absolutely everywhere in the entire universe. Water around celestial objects, water around asteroids, organic material on asteroids. It's beautiful. It's that vegetation that's growing everywhere because of the life, because of methane, carbon dioxide. They just found in those plumes of water vapor. And they said it could even be because of life itself that was there or is there, right? Because they're not mentioning that. SETI Institute is looking for life, looking for living organisms in our solar system on all the planets. You could be sure that they're looking on the moon at what's going on, like they obviously are already set up with what's going on in that. There you go. Oh, Eternal Soul. Wow. Okay. 6'3", big guy too. So, and by the way, big, tall, yeah. But if you are a big, plump person, The bigger you are, the more you lose when you fast. The thinner you are, the less you'll lose when you fast. But I'm not saying you're not going to lose. It's impossible for you to go 24 hours and not having lost weight. Sometimes you might lose zero point 0.8 of a pound and you're not going to see it till the next day, but it's just the balance. It's not going to register it. You're every 2 or 3 days, you're going to see your weight jumping down 2-3 pounds, 2-3 pounds. That's what's been happening to me. 297. I'm now comfortable enough to wear clothes that I've been wearing 7-8 years ago. Really happy for that. Petrucci, guitarist, auteur, composer, American, is a member of the group Dream Theater, and considered like one of the best guitarists. Oh, moi aussi, je connais ça. Ah, que oui, un des meilleurs guitaristes. Il joue bien, certain qu'il joue bien. Yeah, probably some seed oil. Dwayne Beauchamp. Before I get off here, you guys, it's a bit of an abnormal time today because I was on with Jean Claude, but we still had an awesome stream. I'm happy about that. I'll leave a bit of what I'm saying for tonight's stream around 8 o'clock. Hope you guys will comment here. Oh, we're still only at 60 some watching. A small stream. We got 400 or 500 views on this stream, but that's okay. Do you believe Titan Moon is an Earth-like planet? I do. As a matter of fact, they found water and even flowing running water that are coming from the poles, I think. And Titan has some type of organic material on the surface. I would go as far as saying vegetation. Super Earth, yeah. Titan, they're talking about it not that far away, several light years away, but not that far away either. I believe that it is an Earth-like moon. And Riley, Titan is exactly in the habitable zone. It's in the right, exact, perfect area for there to have life that exists. So for me, the moon's inhabited. I know that they're not going to be able to hide it. We are going to know a lot of stuff. They're probably not going to come straight out and say that it's been a long time secret. They're going to say that they found out maybe somebody's on the moon, or maybe they found out in the 60s or 1900s during the war. They didn't want to talk about it. And that's what brought about all the, dark projects, secret projects. Lots of secret projects have been, in play. And there's still some that are in play right now. Probably a very large amount of deaths of people lost in space that we know over the years with everything they've done. Really want to thank each and every one of you for having stopped by, everybody. Now, the Chinese have found hundreds of tons of water on the moon. I like hearing that, brother. Thank you very much for letting me know that. They found that, and they're talking about a lot of things. Yes, sir, ma'am. C'est tout un méchant bon guitariste en plus. J'espère qu'on va attendre des tunes. Thank you very much, everyone. Janine, I'm so sorry, you guys. Janine, merci beaucoup, Janine. Ça, c'est à 3h27. J'espère que tu es encore là. Si tu es encore là, Janine, salut. Oui, je pense que Darla va bien, Janine. Absolument. Elle n'est pas ici aujourd'hui. Je pense que tu dois certainement profiter de la belle journée. I'm a little guy. I'm 48 and still knee-high to a grasshopper. Yeah, I hear you. Me, not tiny, but 5'10" and a half. I'm just under the 5'11" mark. It's a difference with the height and stuff, but my weight, where my perfect weight is 210 to 225 for me, has always been a perfect weight. I look totally normal at that weight. I can still be a little square and not be too thin. But I'm telling you, you watch Eternal Soul, you keep that up, try the fasting. Let me know this week if you kept doing it. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Don't unsubscribe and disappear from me in case you go back to eating normally. I mean, listen, we all do. Patrick Dupart, Patrick Spack, thanks again for being here. But those of you that do want to fast and join with me on doing the same thing, going several days, we can have water streams. We'll just drink water and encourage ourselves. How long? 18 hours. Hang in there, man. To encourage ourselves. We should all do that. And then when we get really sassy, we'll be able to, when there's a boycott of imagine now in a couple of days how you're going to be able to boycott any restaurant or anything. And I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to do a certain thing. And I suggest that you eat it all now or get rid of it. If you have any chips in the house, don't pretend that you're going to leave it there and not eat it. Um, put crap in the bag to be sure that you're not going to go back in the garbage to pull the bag of chips out. Spit in the bag to be sure. I mean, it's not just by throwing out a chip bag it's going to stop me. Go 2-3 days later and get that bloody bag. So for me, I've been disciplining myself. Merci, Janine. I've been disciplining myself and trying not to eat, not to have any binging, not to have any snacks whatsoever. So I didn't have to do that. I could have gone with intermittent fasting, 24-hour fast. You eat at 6 o'clock at night, then you eat just at 6 o'clock the next day, and you fast. You'll still lose weight. It's not going to be as fast as fasting. If you fast 2 or 3 days when you eat, it's even going to help your weight loss even more, depending on what you eat. And now I'm telling you, I cut out the pasta, rice, bread, anything sweet, especially zero sugar, and start looking at labels of what spices you're using. I sound like a weirdo saying that. I can't believe myself that I'm saying it. But look at the labels on shit. I was so surprised when my own mother said your spices could be making you allergic. Like to what? Just a couple of spices. Salt, first of all, it's like iodine salt. I quit that years ago. So in other words, I've been eating it continually with that bloody spice. I didn't know. It's La Grille spice, one of the most popular spices here in Montreal. Restaurants are using it. People are putting that in their steaks, their meats in expensive restaurants, and you're always getting iodine and salt. No good. Going to retain water, gallstones, whatnot. Bad for the kidneys. Move on from that. And I stopped cold turkey everything. So it did a radical change to my body. And my body at the beginning was telling me that I was dying. You're killing yourself. You have to eat. You're going to die. And you don't. It gets easier and easier, and you don't get hungry. It's full of crap. You're not hungry at all. And then day 3 is hard. Well, day 4 is even easier. And then 5 and 6 is you're even less hungry. Then you're feeling even more energetic. I quit even alcohol. Proud to say it, even though I'm not an alcoholic. I took the time to stop drinking anything with alcohol in it, yeast, nothing. I don't want nothing, no bread, no rice, no potatoes, nothing. And that way I'm not going to get fat because I can only lose weight. I'm disappointed because I find it's long waiting 24 to 48 hours to see 1 to 2 pounds go down. It's almost insulting. You'd think that you'd lose 3 to 6 a day. And it's not true. When you start fasting and you see that you've been fasting for a whole bloody week, remember what you would have eaten during the week. I mean, easily add 10, and I'm exaggerating. It should be $20 or $30 a day. Maybe you have to go to the restaurant, or, if you're cooking at home, $10, $15, $20 a day. That's what it costs somebody to eat. And I'm talking, that's like minimum. Like some people, it's 30, 40, 50 bucks, but it's a lot of money to buy groceries and food when you don't have to eat that much. Imagine boycotting. The garbage truck stopped in front, and while I was outside of my driveway, and asked me if I had any garbage this week because I'm not putting it at the road. The town is wondering why I don't have any garbage to put out. I have no recycling. I have absolutely no garbage bags because nothing stinks. I don't accumulate anything. I don't put anything in the garbage except for Kleenex, and you save on the electricity bill. You don't open your fridge. You don't use your stove. You don't get this sore stomach. And if you're working, be careful to always bring snacks with you in case, I'm not saying this because I'm trying to pass off like, try to be as smart as my brother on the subject. I know now by experience what's going on. I've experienced fasting for a week, and I can tell you everything that the body does. Yeah, you get some lightheadedness. You get a bit of brain fog. Somebody was asking me, I was streaming a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't even know what I was talking about myself. I was getting that brain fog, but it only lasted a half a day. Your body's adapting to, it's going to kill all the cancer in you because it's running after anything, any bacteria on top of it, it needs to eat. Sugar feeds cancer and it feeds bacteria. I mean, that's, look at it any way you want. You don't have to be a genius or a physician to know that, that's for sure. His Highness, thanks also for coming by. And to everyone that I missed, ouais, je vais les écouter un peu tantôt, Victor. Ouais, c'est des tunes ou peut-être sur en direct en français. Laisse-moi savoir s'il y a des tunes en particulier qui sont tes préférés. Merci. Un gros merci à toi et ta famille, Letty. Take off your... Yeah, I say that a lot, man, too. And I hear you say it a lot. I'm sorry, guys. I'm burping and not air. Take off your socks and shoes. You feel the energy from the earth, and you do. Rub the grass and dirt between your toes. Vibration of plastic, vibration of planet is what we need for it to give the earth yours. Yeah, like literally grounding yourself. That's exactly what it is. Well, the G3 summit, if that's the world summit where all the leaders get together and talk about how to destroy us all, basically. I work in customer service, so I talk and see a lot of people every day that I work. I've met about 3 people taller than me, and it was a bit intimidating. One kid was 20, wow, and was 6'8". So imagine having to be 6'8". Well, all my relatives are that tall. My uncle, 6'7" or 6'8", and the cousins also. They wear 16s and 18 shoes. I wear 13s and 14s, by the way. Now that I'm losing the weight, I'll be able to get down to my 12 and 13 more natural feet size. So my feet have been growing. Where 13 and 14s are getting tight. Liquid tension experiment aussi. Oh, wow. C'est du sérieux. Yeah, listen. MC Pelletier, salut. I'm going to get off, you guys. I'm sure I missed some people. I hope I didn't miss too many people. What's lame? What's I do? Don't stop, man. I said I'm there fighting almost every night. They said, please stop. Yes, they want to wait until they get their monopoly on the new technology. Yes, that's right. That they've been hiding from us. Yeah. To use it against us, Mr. Michael Long. You know very well. Michael, nice to meet you, brother, again. And thanks for coming back to the streams. And to those of you that are new to the channel, I can't thank you enough. Thank you very much for the generous contributions. If you're here to the channel, it's a free channel. You've contributed to the channel by stopping by. Oh, we're going to get off. It's 4:23. And I'll be back on in 4 hours and less than about 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 3/4 on with you guys and gals tonight at 8 o'clock. We'll see what's new in the news. And we're going to talk about what the next step is in what is coming for Earth and when is it going. Kai, when is it going? When is the shit going to hit the fan? So the shit hit the fan, but do you know that it's still stuck to the fan? It's not actually leaving the fan. It's sliding towards the end of the blade. Talking about like Mr. Leahy's trailer park shitstorm. But that's how it is. There's a shitstorm coming. Smells like shit in the air. Also, like Mr. Leahy used to say. Anika of Thoth, everyone. Anika, all you guys. I love you very much and thanks for coming by. Victor, je peux pas te remercier assez, mon frère. Je t'aime fort, puis j'espère que, again, Anika, thank you very much. Right on. Thanks, you guys. Long time ago. Sorry for my spelling, at least. I get the point. Absolutely. It sticks with us. I think about my age every day, and then I think about the old days, and then I think about life in general, and then I get scared. I don't know. That's what I do. I think I'm doing basically the same thing as you, a bit even in denial about what's happening. And I think that the outcome of that, brother, is that we both know that it's like we got gypped. It's like we stayed following a system of laws and rules, but for what? To see a bunch of people attacking us, like a neighbor attacks us and doesn't even go to jail. I have two adults that came here with threatening to shoot my son with a gun, of all people, hadn't even done anything. Just out of the blue, these ape shit assholes on the next street came over and did that, and waited 2.5 to 3 years to go to court with them, which they still walk by once in a while, going like this every once in a while, just to piss you off. What do? Going to open a door with a baseball bat or a machete and do like that crazy ass teacher? You see the black teacher, what she did? That crazy knife wielding moronic teacher that comes up with, whether she be black or pink. Just saying she was black because I wanted you to know which one I'm talking about. There's lots of crazies out there, white and black. White long knife machete wielding woman that held it up to the throat of one of the reporters at Fox News. And then she went to a protest of these young adults at like college or university. And she goes, "What are you going to do? Why are you protesting about that?" Well, about abortion. She goes, "What are you going to protest about next? The trans people?" And then she flips over his computer and she flips all the papers off the desk, leaves, goes downtown on the street with her machete saying, "I am going to cut your effing head off," running after the reporter around the car. Okay. And you know what? Piece of shit school. Shame on you, you disgusting pieces of shite. Every one of you that work at that school that still go into that school every morning with your heads up. Okay. Didn't even fire her. Okay. It took everything for this woman. She thinks she's going to get jail time for walking around with a machete? No. We should do a test. I have a hell of a big machete here, 2 feet long, aside from the handle. Okay. Sharper than a laser sharpened, as sharp, very, very sharp. It cuts through paper like that. Right. And I'll go around some neighbor. I'll go up to a woman, maybe of another color, just to amplify the severity of what I'm going to do. Knock on their door, hold the back of their head, put the machete up under their throat and start, harassing them, and then just walk away, go like that, and just to see if I'm going to get arrested. Bruce will get arrested. I don't know why. I know I will, but there's no more laws out there for anything. There's no laws against people just doing, you're in the road, you busted somebody's car window, you better get a video of it. The cop's not going to give a shit about that. Not going to do anything. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking soon. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. I love you very much, ladies and gents. I'll talk to you all very soon. My first little break since 1 o'clock. So I'll get off and be watching the videos. There'll be more and more videos, even though there's no sky for us to watch the moon. There's still a lot of research that we can look through. One of the most hidden YouTube channels is this Bruce Sees All research channel, my friend channel right here. Check out Jason John Swartz if you are curious about learning about fasting and a whole lot of other medical stuff, because I can't talk about it. I'm monetized. We're not allowed talking about certain things. So talk to you all later, everybody. Love you all very much. Bye-bye for now. See you at 8 o'clock. Thumbs up here. I'll appreciate the thumbs up after. There should be 62 watching, 62 thumbs up. I'd love it. Bye, guys.